So there's a lot of frustration, especially on Netroots, that the Senate is gridlocked and can't get anything done. I think obviously some people think that if the one party was in power, more would get done. But do you think that the Senate is,
If what?
there was one party had more of a majority, things would get done?
Yeah, if we had more than 60, you
Right.
mean? Yeah.
But
we
do you
don't.
think that there is some
We have
fundamental
59.
institutional change that needs to be done, such as filibuster reform?
I think we're going to be looking very closely at filibuster reform, and I think there will be. It's just I'm not sure exactly what form it'll take, but I think there will be reform, and it'll have to happen. I think at that point when the new Senate comes in.
Is that something you would back?
Yeah, I just have to see what the different proposals are. But sure.
Is there any other ideas that aren't being talked about as much that you think would help, the Senate be more productive?
Well, I think there are, a lot of this is procedural reform on how you offer amendments and again, obviously, on cloture and filibusters and how many hours you have to have of debate even after cloture. One easy idea is that you have to wait 30 hours after a cloture vote to vote, because there's supposedly 30 hours of debate. Well, sometimes they've had cloture votes where we've had to invoke cloture on something that isn't controversial at all, like a nominee who ends up passing 98-0. And there's no debate over the next 30 hours. So you could say, one easy reform would be, say, either side, both sides can give up 15 hours. So instead of it being 30 hours, it's 15 hours. A lot of all of this was just to slow foot things. So it was to slow things down. And the Republicans sort of taking this stance that the best thing we can do is slow everything down, and so as little can happen as possible, so that we can both blame Democrats for not having stuff happen, like jobs bills and stuff like that. And so that, sometimes there'd be a legitimate difference of opinion on something, but sometimes it's been ridiculous. But I do think that this whole approach of slowing everything down, in many ways, I think it's so that they don't want jobs bill, because they don't want people to get jobs before the election. It's a harsh thing to say. I don't want to impugn the motives of my colleagues, but I don't get what